Alrighty, here we are with game number 1 of the Kings versus the Purge, and big moment here. Jordan Smith wearing the Miracle jersey because he's is that the American League jersey? The American League All-Star jersey, that's right. As he is playing his first game as the Kings after being traded from the Melonheads to the Kings.
Brian Hunter, I know you're probably watching at your concert. His jersey is with you.
Yeah, Jordan Smith making his pitching debut for the Kings. After the Melonhead season didn't go the way they had planned, now the Kings are fighting for their playoff lives here at 3-4. You know, they would like to try and take a couple here off the Purge who are 5-3. And they can be right back in it. You know, with the Archers falling in a couple games here tonight, that really brings everybody back to the pack. The Mojo are, I believe, 6-4. The Archers will be 6-5. So sitting at 3-4, a couple wins puts you right back in it.
Yeah, every team kind of right in the mix. No one is really jumping out of the pack. No one is falling too far behind. I mean, other than your Melonheads, but you know that was some unfortunate circumstances, some injuries and availability issues. But a lot of teams are fighting for. Sorry if I was muted there the whole time. I was talking.
Yeah, Cam's been talking this entire time, and unfortunately he was muted, so you heard none of it. But here we go. Pat Ballman stepping in against Jordan Smith. Having Pat here is always a great time. Pat has had a phenomenal 2025 MO WIFF season thus far, and looks pretty good at MLW and NWA. So really just a 2025, the year of Pat Ballman.
Yep, two-time pitcher of the week so far here.
He was, I believe, pitcher of the week at MLW or pitcher of the slate for MLW as well.
Player of the slate.
Player of the slate, and then whatever they call it, yeah. And then he just his committee had a good run here in their games as well.
Pat just a good ball player. There's a strike at the bottom of the zone from Jordan. That's a tough pitch to hit if you're Pat when you're 7 foot tall.
Yeah, Jordan, 77 on the gun there. A little bit different than what we saw in most of Series 1. There you go, 82. Found a little more velocity there. He can live with 82 for sure. You know, Jordan's got good movement. He's got good location. Ball gets on you even if he's not throwing as hard as some of the other guys.
It's unfortunate here for the Kings, but there's a play made by Hitchcock. So first batter retired for Jordan Smith, but you know the Kings have had a lot of players on this roster, and they have run into a few injuries so far. Wheeler has been bothered by a hamstring?
Yeah. And now
it's on the way.
And now Justin Hall injured with a
knee?
MCL?
Yeah, MCL, I think. We'll find out more tomorrow.
Yeah, so
Had
that's two big pitchers.
today.
I did hear Josh should pitch game 2, though.
Yes, I believe so.
So that hamstring, hoping will be okay here. You know, maybe you don't see full velocity, Josh, but I think he'll be just fine. He tweaked that one at SWBL.
Yep, but you get Jordan off the trade and onto the mound.
Yeah, hey, I mean, you couldn't have asked for a better move from Ken Bone there as, you know, he didn't even know it yet, but he needed Jordan.
You still do have Nick Bone. Could get you some innings.
2-2 count now to Colin. Feel like we haven't seen the Purge play in quite some time.
Yeah, they've had quite a bit of time off.
There's a ball low.
Low.
68
from Jordan. I mean, you can tell it's not the Jordan of old.
No, but he's learned to be creative with it.
Yeah, as long as he can just get you through this game and keep it a close one, you'll be happy.
Yeah, you know, it's going to be one of those games where you need both sides of the ball for sure. You know, and I think the Kings have seen some offense more recently, so, you know, yeah, Jordan going out there and giving some professional innings. The Mojo out there cheering on Jordan. Full count now to Colin with one away.
They're cheering for his American League jersey. swing and a miss. Colin Wilkerson down on strikes.
Jordan Smith punching out Colin here, and that's going to bring up Blake Hoffman.
Debut of Blake Hoffman here for the Purge.
Yeah, this is rookie Blake Hoffman, his first AB at Mo Wiff. And he gets Jordan Smith.
He played with the Purge in the Mo Wiff Classic last year.
Yeah, he's played at UWIFs. I'm not sure where else he's played, but I know he played at UWIFs as well.
He's a former Mall Rookie of the Year.
So no rookie to Wiffle Ball, but rookie here at Mo Wiff.
Always different everywhere you play.
There's a strikeout looking.
Pitch strikeout for Jordan Smith.
Heading to the
Looks
bottom
good
of the
in his
first.
inning.
Yeah, heading to the bottom of the first now. Kings at bat. Still 0 to.
Mo Wiff is brought to you by Audi Exchange in Kirkwood. They offer an extensive range of both new and pre-owned vehicles, ensuring that every customer finds a perfect car to fit their needs. In addition to their diverse inventory, they are committed to top-notch vehicle care and excellent maintenance. Call them today at 314-270-1165. Our American League division is brought to you by Alex Eggert Photography. Looking to freeze those unforgettable moments in time? Look no further than Alex Eggert Photography. Whether you're scoring the winning goal, celebrating family milestones, or embracing your senior year, we've got you covered. Book your session today and make every moment click. Our National League division is brought to you by UCC STL. They will recover money owed to you from creditors, collect on your court judgments awarded to you and your business. Go to uccstl.com for more information.
All right, we got Caleb Schweigert on the hill for the Purge. Caleb.
Former Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, former Rookie of the Year, former Mo Wiff champion. Now, he dealt with some shoulder issues at the start of the season, but judging by the 85 on the gun, he's going to be just fine.
Yeah, this is his first start back since the injury. It was quite a while ago.
Yeah, he was supposed to pitch against us in the single week. That got rained out. So, yeah, this will be his first appearance since then. Got a little extra time off, which is, always helpful for the arm. And he's got the Kings here for game 1. And it's going to be Nick Bone at the plate. We haven't seen much of Nick Bone this year.
Yeah, his new job this year was not been kind to his wiffle ball schedule, but he is here now, and I know no one was more upset about it than Nick himself. And the Kings have kind of missed his bat as he's a little behind that one, 88 on the gun from Caleb.
Yeah, pretty tough matchup to just show up for the first, one of the first times this year. Oh, he's going to put that ball in play, though, right to Colin over at first base for the first out. So, hey, Nick Bone doesn't need much practice. He comes right out and makes some contact. But, hey.
Just needs to see 2 pitches.
Oh, my goodness. The Purge got to be one of the more creative out teams. The strikeouts they throw around there. A little bit of excitement, a lot of fun they have out there on that field.
Here's Jacob Keller. Both him and Nick Bone, if you pay attention to our social media at all, just announced they are part of the NWLA roster.
Got 2-1 count now. Yeah, always make sure you're following on all social medias. We post a lot of things, both Mo Wiff related and our national teams that travel. We have several players and several teams that come out of our league that go to different events. So finding out that information, the best place to do it is on all of our social media, which we're on pretty much every major platform.
There's a lot of players here, especially in this game, that will be playing in a national tournament in just about a month. Caleb will be playing. He plays with the Cardinals, with the SWBL. Another foul there from Keller. Pat Ballman will lead his NWA team.
Oh, he pumps that one right by him. Second out of the inning.
It's good to see from Caleb, being back to throwing that good.
Yeah, we got Dustin Hitchcock stepping in. Interesting note here is the newly acquired Jordan Smith, 2-time MVP, batting 4th in tonight's lineup.
Hitchcock's
5th?
been hot lately.
Oh. Hitchcock has looked good. The scorekeeper's messing with me over here. 1-1. Okay, that was
I
a little.
think the leg went down.
I was gonna say that was a little funky on the camera side. That's definitely going down now.
Yeah, I'll go fix it.
We're leaning. There's a good strike there. 3-1 now to Dustin. Home plate camera leaning. 3-1 count now to Dustin. Good pitch there, 3-2. 3-2 count, 2 outs, bottom of the first. It's still 0-0 here in this game. Caleb working one of his first innings in quite some time. Gets him swinging there. Strikes him out swinging, heading to the top of the second. It's still 0-0.
Our Season 5 All-Star Game is brought to you by Commercial Drywall Corp., a national subcontractor specializing in commercial drywall, acoustical ceilings, and finished carpentry. Having a plan is important, but finding the right partner to execute that plan in a cost-effective manner is key. Check them out at www.commercialdrywallcorp.com. Our hitter of the week is sponsored by Lit Cigar Lounge, St. Louis's premier cigar and whiskey bar located in Chesterfield, Missouri at the District. Find them at litstl.com and go give them a follow on all social media. Our pitcher of the week sponsor, Buffalo Wild Wings. Craving wings, beer, and nonstop sports? Get to Buffalo Wild Wings where game day lives every day. Whether you're into blazing hot wings, icy cold drafts, or just cheering on your team with a friend, they've got you covered. Check out our friends at Buffalo Wild Wings in Wentzville, Missouri. Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, beer, sports.
All right, Jordan Smith going back out for his second inning of work here. His first inning went about as smooth as you could ask. The Kings did pay a pretty large price tag to acquire Jordan Smith, a couple first-round picks in next year's draft, and a young player in Drew Ballman.
Here's Zach Gunn. And
puts that ball in play. And
immediate base hit for Zach Gunn. I was literally about to say, he has been a hot hitter so far this year. He's got a couple of big home runs, and he's got a leadoff single here.
Yeah, he's just a natural hitter. He just shows up and understands what to do with the bat and get it to the ball, as he has made an instant impact in a lineup that last year really felt like they needed to add another bat, and they did just that in the draft.
Yeah, that was a big draft pick by Tom. Exactly what they needed. They have the pitching staff. Now to go out and get another hitter like that makes this team a lot more dangerous. Caleb all over that one.
Yeah, he fouled that one straight back. 101 on the foul ball.
The addition of Blake Hoffman to this lineup. They are hitting 6 guys in this game today, but all 6 of them have proven that they can do some damage.
Caleb swings right over the top of that one for the first out.
Greg's had a couple hits this year.
Greg always a threat to
Leave
put a ball over the wall, yeah.
This might, with Jordan's speed right now, it could be prime Greg opportunity.
There's a ball low. 2-0 now.
Good discipline here for Greg. Normally he likes to chase. Did I forget to do that again?
Just giving you a little more. We were a little uneven there.
Yeah, I've been probably a little quieter than I normally am.
No, it's all good. I'm just trying to keep the audio somewhat balanced if we can. It's a 4-0 now to Greg. Jordan needs to find the zone kind of quickly here.
Yeah, not where you want to be right now if you're Jordan.
There's ball 5. Going to put him on second base, make it second and third.
No, he's going first and second.
Oh, okay, single walk. Never mind. First and second.
Good opportunity here, 2 on, 1 out. Jordan's struggling here in this inning so far. And you got top of your lineup coming up. Let him go ahead and try to make something happen.
Yeah, I don't think Jordan would have thrown there, though. I think you just gave up a free base runner. I think Jordan would have put him right on second base. I think they just gave him.
Yeah, probably.
A double's only 1 run now instead of 2. Jordan may have even signaled to second base before they made the call.
Probably. So I always wait for the hitter to make the call.
There is something to be said for it. I understand the strategy of just taking the single walk, but I hate it. So there's a big hack from Pat.
Yikes. If he makes contact, that might go onto the highway.
Yeah, that bat reminds me of a Ninja Turtle. That's all I can think about when I see that bat. I don't have a problem with it. But I'm calling it the Ninja Turtle bat.
You said Paul's being lazy.
That's some veteran leadership right there. Jordan new to the team, but not afraid to call out somebody on the roster. Maybe not giving their full effort.
He's kind of fitting right in.
Big swing and a miss. That's a big out there. I'll bring up Colin now with 2 away and 2 on. You got to imagine maybe too much. The Purge really want to get a run here. Maybe you saw a little bit of too much aggression, though. Given the circumstances of the previous batters, maybe Pat could have seen a few more pitches there. But, a guy like Pat, if he's seeing the ball well, you want him to feel comfortable and do what he wants
why
to
not?
do.
I mean, he was all over that one with that big swing and a miss, but then, chased a couple of bad pitches.
Yeah, we're not
Never
looking
fun.
at 2-0 now to Colin. So Jordan's struggling to find the zone at the moment. That ball just misses inside. 3-0.
Big spot here for Colin Wilkerson. And for Jordan.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure, but I feel like in this moment it's got to be a little bit more on Jordan. Behind in the count, 2 runners on. You can't double walk anybody here. So he's got to come right after him here. And if you're Colin, really you just got to stay within yourself and not try and do too much. And there's a ball low, 4-1 now.
Colin has won a hitter of the week so far this year.
Colin has one of the sweetest swings from the right-hand side.
Especially when he gets a hold of one. It's pretty.
That's ball 5. He's going to have to pitch here.
Frustrating spot as a pitcher. I was there last week.
Yeah, this is unfortunate. This is a big moment, though. Colin still, nothing changes for Colin here. He still has to stay within himself and just make good contact. No one taking away the single here.
Well, the single does not score a run. So I would do the exact same thing here.
It is an interesting.
No doubles, no home runs.
Get a nice aerial view of how the defense is set up for this 56 and under. We definitely want the home plate camera. Oh, wow. That almost floated right in there.
It looks closer from this side. And seeing on the camera, it wasn't that close.
No, but you know what? Those juicy sliders are hard to lay off, so props to Colin there. There's a ball low. That might have been, yep, it was hot. It looked hot out of his hand, 58. All right, this is the last pitch. If he walks him, it's a run. That ball is the walk. Second and third now. 1-0 Purge.
That's a big run for the Purge, especially with how Caleb has looked in his first inning.
Yeah, maybe a little deflating for the Kings here, how long this half inning is going here.
Ooh, that's a good swing by Blake Hoffman.
He's all over that one. Jordan, a multi-time MVP, had some tremendous stats throughout his career on the mound. He's kind of teetered into that crafty veteran on the hill,
yeah,
where you have to be a little more creative to get outs. You know, as fast pitch wiffle ball is not always kind to people's bodies.
Unfortunately not, but good to see him out there. So, I mean, he's has not looked bad up to this point. Had a good first inning.
Yeah, this has not been a Jordan-esque season on the hill, that's for sure. You know, his stats for the Melonheads on the mound were not terrible. They were not bad by any means, but I think the expectation of what Jordan can do is just a lot higher than that.
We saw that kind of change a little bit last year, especially in the playoffs when the Archers were starting Tony Cochran over Jordan.
Yeah, I think Jordan, you know, could be the classic example in fast pitch. It's just, you know, teams that he's played on have rode that arm for many, many seasons and a lot of innings, a lot of pitches. And not everybody's body can just keep doing that week in and week out. Oh, gets him on the changeup, though, as we were talking about that crafty veteran move.
That's a big one.
Holds him to just the 1 run. 1-0 Purge heading to the bottom of the second inning.
Inkspot Tattoo Shop, the premier tattoo and piercing shop located at 10 Ellis Avenue in Troy, Missouri. Call 636-528-9465 to book today. Mo WIFF is Big Dave approved. Promotional Consultants Incorporated. PCI believes that strategy and ideation are essential steps to finding the right branded merchandise, apparel, awards, and signage solutions to enhance both your promotional marketing and employee recognition. Please give them a follow and check them out at promotionalconsultants.com.
All right, Caleb back out there for his second inning of work. Jordan Smith leading it off. Caleb has looked sharp through one so far. Looks like our side camera up there might be dying.
I'll fix it.
Big swing there from Jordan. 90 miles an hour on the gun from Caleb. Caleb has quite a bit of velocity in that arm, but in today's Mo WIFF, that is just not that uncommon. A lot of people here throwing hard, nasty pitches. I mean, that was a clean ball slider there. That thing broke like crazy. One of those pitches Caleb has a lot of movement on, but I don't think he's quite found the strike pitch with that clean ball slider. But if he finds it on a regular basis, he's going to be nasty. Even more so. There we go. Full count now to Jordan. Jordan looking to get that run back here after the little bit of walk trouble. Gets him swinging, though. One away.
It's a big out for Caleb.
You can see the frustration on Jordan's face.
Not easy. Not easy to hit here.
Well, and it was also just weird in my mind because I was thinking when this inning let off, I couldn't believe the Kings were back at the top of the lineup, but actually it's because Jordan was batting fourth. I didn't even think about that. So that's why he let off the top. It's like, here's Josh Wheeler, the first pick of the rookie draft this season. Batting fifth for the Kings tonight. Josh Wheeler put together a nice season over at SWBL in his rookie season over there.
That's a good swing there.
He is a true wiffle ball rookie as far as anything of competition value. You know, like most of us played in backyards and things like that, but organized wiffle ball, he is a true rookie this year.
You can tell he has improved as the weeks have gone by, as he strikes out there.
2 away now. Caleb making quick work of these Kings, and Pat Ballman doing everything he can to make the most impressive bucket dunks with a wiffle ball.
When you're that tall, you can do whatever you want, right?
When you're that good. There's a ball high. A little slower there from Caleb at 81. Maybe the gun didn't read it right. The Purge here tonight have an absolute glutton of pitching.
What did you say?
There are teams in this league that would probably kill for pitchers 3 and 4 on this Purge team right now.
Speaking of kill, apparently Antonio Brown is wanted for attempted murder.
Shouldn't have been standing there.
You get all the breaking news here at MO WIFF.
Well, hey. Your one-stop shop for sports. MO WIFF. 2-2 count here. 2 outs, bottom of the second inning. And Nick Bone going right back to the dugout. Strike 3.
Nothing you can do there.
Heading to the top of the third inning. It is 1-0 Purge.
Gametime Tournaments, locally family-owned and operated baseball and softball tournaments. Play at your team's skill level with no additional fees or charges and flexible scheduling. Go to playgametimestl.com for more information. The Hitting Zone, located in O'Fallon, Missouri, over off Hoff Industrial Drive. Check them out at thehittingzone.com.
Alrighty, Jordan Smith back out there for his third inning of work for the Kings. Jordan got in a little bit of walk trouble in the second inning, but ultimately got himself out of it with just the 1 run. So
he was back over here. You could tell he was a little tired after 2 innings of work.
Yeah, that is. It's not exactly it's not the hottest night of all time, but it's humid. It's not a real comfortable temperature probably out there on the field for them, especially with all the movement.
Turned out good.
Look how it's spelled.
Ball outside.
So last word, it's Cam Pence. No H. My girl goes, is that because of Cam? I go, no, babe, it's not.
0-2 now.
Is it? Tom, is it like that on all of them?
I've only bought one.
No, I mean like the stickers and stuff too?
I didn't check. I'm going to check.
There's a big swing and a miss.
He might have just screwed this one up.
There's a strike there, 2-2.
Right. I mean, it is Thursday, so
A little bit of sprinkles.
it would only make sense.
Oh, big swing and a miss there. There's the first out of the inning. I'll bring up Caleb Schweigert now against Jordan. Caleb, definitely a power swinger, as he is looking to hit the ball a long way every time he swings the bat. Question will be, can he get a hold of one of these Jordan Smith pitches? There's a strike there. That was nasty. Almost started in the other batter's box, hit the bottom right corner of that strike zone on the screwball. Not a whole lot Caleb could do with that unless he was sitting dead red to go the other way. Jordan reaches back a little bit there. Tries to get a little extra on that riser.
Kind of all over the place a little bit right now.
Yeah, 2-2. That one almost looked like he maybe tried to overthrow it. You know, trying to maybe access some velocity that's just not there. Not tonight, at least. That one hits him right in the elbow.
Lately, though.
Yeah, Jordan Smith, upper 70s, low 80s. Has not had the electric stuff we've seen in the past. Oh, and slows it down, but Caleb makes a good adjustment there. Doesn't let him fool him on that one.
I keep thinking that's lightning, but it's a
3-2.
flash from...
Well, that ball's in play there. Nick Bone doesn't come up with it. The Kings have been great player bust this season. Like, they have made some of the best plays we've seen.
I've seen Keller make a lot of really good plays.
And then they have made some.
What? Oh, I know. Yeah, Keller is, a very good defender, and unfortunately just couldn't come up with that one. It's
Yeah,
gotta be
they have.
it's an error in the book.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy how they have made some of the greatest plays this season and also made some of the greatest errors as well.
Yeah.
Notably a home run and a half error.
Once you make one error, it kind of goes in your head too, and just kind of tumbles from there.
Yeah, I've been experiencing that for the last 5 seasons here at MO WIFF.
You don't really play the field.
That's unfortunately just not true.
You didn't for a while.
I was trying not to, that's for sure. There's a strikeout swinging. 2 away. I'll bring up Pat Ballman. Pat Ballman stands it at 6'10", 215.
I almost said 7'2".
That's pretty tall.
I was going to add an inch every at bat.
That looked a little low, but maybe it's because Pat is 50 feet tall. So Pat Ballman, the top of the strike zone is about his belly button if he stands up straight. The complete opposite problem that Brian Hunter has. Fouls that one back into the zone.
It's a good swing by Pat.
The Purge have probably the most team accessories of any team in the league.
Yep, they have the most jerseys, that's for sure.
They've got a lot of jerseys. They've all got matching shorts. They've got matching hats. They've got a lot of that stuff for multiple jerseys too. So, Tom has really decked them out.
1-2 is the count.
Oh, I got it backwards. That ball was fouled back.
That first pitch, I think, did hit the strike zone.
Yeah. Sometimes that is just really difficult to see over here.
I think they established last pitch it was 1-2, Tom. Yes. Yeah, okay. I just wanted to make sure Tom knew.
All right, so 1-2 now, 2 outs, runner on first, Pat Ballman.
Jordan just spikes that one in the ground.
Yeah, Pat almost has to, minimize his body here in order to put himself in the strike zone.
Oh, you're right there, kid. You're right there. This guy's got balls too.
3-2 now, 2 outs.
Roll it to him, Jordan.
Ever since Jordan was a Melonhead, he's gotten a little more chirpy out there. There's a ball low. Full count now to Pat. Full count, 2 outs, runner on first. Purge are still leading this one 1-0. Jordan does have the availability to double walk Pat here.
Oh,
boy.
Baby.
Pat Ballman leaves the park. 2-run
Off
home
of
run.
the second fence. What a shot from Pat Ballman.
That is 3-0 Purge, and Pat got all of that one. An absolute bomb.
Fun to see the long high five line there at the as Pat was coming across home
Yeah,
plate.
they pretty much went home to third there with a large roster and plenty of fans here.
That ball was crushed.
Like I said, 2025 is the year of Pat Ballman.
I would. We're going to see him on the mound in Game 2, and it is unfortunate that Pat does not live here full time because I think he has a very good case for MVP if he is here for the full season.
Yeah, if there was an award for being the best wiffle ball player in all of your leagues,
Yeah.
Pat would be in the running for that because he has
absolutely.
played well everywhere he has gone here in 2025. What's exciting about that is how many different styles he's played well at. So it's exciting to get to see him kind of travel some national tournaments this year as well.
Yeah.
See if he can continue that success he's found across the 3 leagues that he plays in.
Yeah, him. So it'd be Pat Ballman, Caleb Schweigert, Colin Wilkerson, Quentin Meyer, and James Klein going out to UFs this year. That team is looking pretty scary right now.
Yeah, that is a really solid roster.
Yeah, with the arms that they have,
There's a
and now
strikeout
the
looking.
bats coming alive. Between Pat's bat, Colin's bat, and Q, it's 3 good hitters.
Yeah, that team is looking really good here. We are heading to the bottom of the third. It's now 3-0 Purge after Pat Ballman.
Jacob Keller will lead it off here for the Kings.
It looks so weird and bad, like as a batter. It's like, what the heck's going on? They don't know what they're doing. I don't know what's doing. Right.
Caleb in his third inning of work here as Keller swings and misses at that one. That was inside.
Let's go, Keller.
That one just low, 82 on the gun there from Caleb. We've seen him kind of mix speeds, and that one swing and a miss at one that hits Keller. Keller swings and misses at that one for the first out of the inning. I thought he might have gotten a piece of it too. That is a perfect pitch there for strike one. And a swing and a miss. Quickly in the hole, 0-2. Whoa, that one way high. Don't see that very often, but that one nowhere close. And then he comes right back inside, 2-2.
Come on, Dwayne.
And right there at the top of the zone for strike three for the second out of the inning. Caleb making quick work here. That one hits Jordan right in the leg. 87 on that pitch from Caleb Schweigert. And goes right back to it, 85. A swing and a miss from Jordan. Jordan lays off that one. We got a 2-2 count here with 2 outs, nobody on.
Yeah, the tall order here now, thanks to Pat Ballman for the Kings to come back in this one.
Jordan fouls that one off, and you can kind of tell it's depleted the Kings just a little bit.
Just outside.
Wow, just missed.
Jordan has not really got the bat going yet this season. Something he's, been the best across the league there as he goes down swinging. Heading to the top of the fourth inning now. It's still 3-0 Purge.
Mo WIFF is brought to you by Audi Exchange in Kirkwood. They offer an extensive range of both new and pre-owned vehicles, ensuring that every customer finds a perfect car to fit their needs. In addition to their diverse inventory, they are committed to top-notch vehicle care and excellent maintenance. Call them today at 314-27.
All right, Blake Hoffman stepping in the top of the fourth inning. This is, honestly, this is probably worst case scenario for Jordan here. As he's having to throw, potentially a 5-inning game here and maybe be saddened with a loss as well as that ball's in play. Did that ball just barely stayed foul. That ball just stayed foul. Almost came back in play. You could hear the Purge bench get a little bit excited over that one. 1-2 now. 11 minutes on the clock. You know, I would say it seems unlikely we would probably play another inning, but last time I said that, we did.
I know.
We're
right at that mark.
That's exactly the same spot we were in last game. There's a strikeout looking.
It's a good pitch there from Jordan. Needs a few more of those.
Zach Gunn at the plate here. Just a pure hitter. You know, it's interesting with the injury to Justin Hall. You know, Jordan probably felt as though as he was arm number 3 on the roster, and now he finds himself right back in the scenario where he's got to throw probably every week.
I am a little surprised. You know, maybe this might have been a good opportunity, you know, thinking back on it, to throw Nick Bone out there in this game, right, like to start this inning.
Yeah, you know, let him get some work since he hasn't been able to be much, and no reason, you know, kind of, I mean, you know, you hate to just mail it in to some extent, but at the same time, you know.
Nick has been a valuable pitcher, though.
Yeah, at some point, you know, you got to say, you know what, Jordan, let's give you the rest of the night off and see what else we can do here. And see, you know, you got, especially with the injury to Justin, you need to see what you have in Nick Bone this season, you know, because unfortunately, wiffle ball is tough. And sometimes year to year, you just don't have the same stuff. So you need to know as a team, what do you have in Nick Bone this year? There's a strikeout swinging. 2 away now for Caleb Schweigert. Jordan making quick work of the lineup here in this half inning.
Exactly what he needs.
You know, you could maybe see a Nick Bone in the 5th. There's a foul ball there. Or there could be a world where maybe you're saving Nick Bone in case Wheeler's not as healthy as you hope.
Yeah, that's true as well.
You know, I don't know how much he is, you know, tried to pitch.
I know he's been throwing bullpens.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's hard to keep up with when NWA actually played because their stuff is not live like ours.
Yeah, I know.
But I'm pretty sure he just got done playing. So I believe he played at NWA recently, which should suggest that he should be as close to 100% as you could really ask.
I feel like Wheeler is a lot like me. You know, a doctor tells you, hey, you probably, Caleb gets one up in the air.
Yeah,
right in front of the wall is James Daub.
There is no shot off the bat that I thought I wasn't hitting the home run button there because that ball was murdered. And unfortunately,
just got under it a little bit too much.
That ball just stayed up there. Heading to the bottom of the 4th inning now. Kings need to get something. All right, that brings in Josh Wheeler here in the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, just over 7 minutes left in this time limit. But with the way Caleb has been pitching, we might get another inning in.
Yeah, I think, you know, I bet if you ask Jordan, he probably doesn't want to throw another inning. He's looking pretty tired out there. And, you know, I mean, to some extent, he's been effective. He's been quick. The Purge have just gotten him.
It has always happened this year where the losing team is the home team, and then that last inning, it starts with, like, no time left, and it just pushes our time limits to the max. But, hey, more wiffle ball can't be mad.
Yeah, and it's, you know, as you say that, it's currently 8:45. So unless, you know, this just goes nuts, we won't fall behind, really. I mean, we've already done this once tonight, so
we got 2 good pitchers that are going to go in game 2, so I'm sure they'll work a little quick.
I mean, game 2 of the last series just did the same thing, and we're still pretty much on time here. So they're going to put Wheeler on second. Yep,
Good start here for the Kings.
the double walk. Caleb said, I saw how you hit it, Skibby, to Wheeler. I'm not throwing 56 and under.
Yep, smart. Although now, well, I wouldn't do it now either, but
Here's Nick
you
Bone
don't want
now.
to get into a situation where you have to.
Big swing and a miss. 86 on the gun.
Maybe it's Jordan. Maybe it's not Sam. Maybe it's not Sam, Michael. Maybe it's Jordan.
I don't know what, but I agree.
You said it was Sam earlier.
Big swing and a miss. 1 and 2.
Hey, I've seen some crazy things happen this year already.
I mean, hey, erasing a 3-0 deficit would not be, you know, unheard of. It would be a very exciting night. There's a strikeout
That's a
looking
gross
though.
pitch.
And Caleb has been one of those guys that when he's on, he is nasty, but he can get into walk trouble. So, you know, if he were to
It's
get in.
raining.
Is it? It is raining. Unbelievable. It wouldn't be Mo Wiff without a little rain.
Unbelievable.
Fouls that one right into the zone.
The Purge love playing in the rain.
I don't think the Purge have a choice. They better learn to love it because it's pretty much all they get.
This is ridiculous.
Which is fun. Which is awesome.
It's not supposed to rain.
It wasn't supposed to, so that means it absolutely was going to.
But it's Thursday, so
What else is new? Raining in Missouri in 2025. Haven't seen that yet.
look at that.
It's going to potentially rain all weekend. 3 and 2 now.
I mean, Saturday and Sunday look fine now. Rainfall for tonight near a quarter inch.
Nice.
We could be in trouble.
Well, is it a quarter inch over the next
This would be
hour?
unbelievable.
There's a strikeout. Swinging. 2 away.
Blew that one right by Keller.
I mean, with the rain, if I'm Caleb, I'm tying my shoe. I'm switching wiffle balls every pitch. Or maybe I'm chasing it down. That'd
I
be
don't
even
know
slower.
what to do here.
I guess we just got to play.
I didn't bring anything to cover the stuff out there. We probably need to move this table back.
There's a ball inside. To some extent, it's not really like, I don't know. 2-0.
What are the odds?
Unfortunately, really good, actually. The odds are probably pretty good.
This year has been wild.
I wouldn't give you plus odds. Yeah, runner on second.
Yeah. Wheeler.
There's a strikeout looking. We're heading to the top of the 5th inning of this 3-0 Purge game. Rain coming down here as always at Miracle Field here in Chesterfield. Wouldn't be a Thursday without it.
I was like, did Greg get out? And I thought you said yes.
All right, pinch hitting John Satrowski. He's batting for Greg Thornton here. Big swing and a miss right off the bat.
I thought Greg had already
He came right off the bench ready to swing. John Satrowski, brother to Dom Satrowski, last year's Rookie of the Year. Big strike there.
didn't realize I fixed the last inning that quick. I thought I missed the batter.
0-2 count here quickly for Jordan Smith. Big swing and a miss. There's the first out. I'll bring up Pat Ballman. Pat got all the one just a couple innings ago. Made a 3-0 Purge. That ball's hit back up the middle. Easy play there for Nick Bone. It's short, 2 away. I'll bring up Colin Wilkerson now with 2 outs. Very efficient inning so far for Jordan Smith. There's a strike there. That just tips the zone, 0-2. That ball back up the middle. Nick Bone! One-handed snag. Out number 3, heading to the bottom of the 5th inning, the last chance for the Kings right as time expires. Kings will get to bat here, chasing 3. All right, Caleb Schweigert looking to go for the complete game shutout here of the Kings. Purge with a 3-0 lead in the bottom of the 5th. That'll bring up Jordan Smith. Takes that pitch high for ball 1. Jordan Smith settling into his new team here. Was a Empire member, then the captain of his own team, the Archers. That was handed over to Rory Rank. Made a couple championship runs, but a fall short. Signed with the Melonheads, traded by the Melonheads. Now he's here with the Kings. Signed with the Melonheads in a huge offseason, but, you know, as we've seen in other sports, you can't buy success. And the Melonheads' big offseason quickly went down the drain, and now Jordan finds himself in a playoff chase here with the Kings. And they're chasing 3 runs in game 1 here against the Purge. 4-1 count now from Caleb Schweigert. That ball is high. That's 5. I imagine there's no way he's pitching to him. Double walk, Jordan Smith. So that's how you get him started. Here we go. We got James Dobb pinch hitting for Josh Wheeler. James is a rookie, first-round draft pick by the Kings. Pinch hitting for fellow rookie and first-round draft pick Josh Wheeler. James Dobb coming from NWA, the National Wiffle Ball Association. Getting in at bat here against Caleb. Last opportunity for the Kings. Gets him to chase that high riser, though. Interesting choice here to pinch hit a rookie for a rookie. But Ken Bone clearly trying to split at bats, get everybody a chance to see the ball. And he's going to get him to go around on that one. 2-2. There's strike 3 on the clean ball slider. Absolutely disgusting. That hit right off the zone. That thing looked like it was going to hit James, and instead hits the zone, and it's 1 away now for Nick Bone. The leadoff double walk's exactly what the Kings needed to start the inning, but Caleb bounces right back, strikes out James. Now we got 2 outs to play with if you're the Kings. Got to try and get yourself in a situation to do some damage.
This rain out here is very irritating. You can start to see the field kind of glisten out there with how wet it is. Doesn't seem to affect Caleb very much. He's still pumping strikes.
Yeah, it's another unfortunate circumstance in that second game. It seems like Josh Wheeler has to pitch in the rain.
I know, and
frequently
that's
as
not
well.
something you want to see. With he's already laboring with the injury to his hamstring. It's only going to make it that much harder.
Yeah, and the question, I guess, to some extent is knowing your hamstring's not 100% and things are slick out there, does he maybe pull off a little bit tonight?
Yeah.
Just try to – he might compete, but maybe not
Yeah. And
go
at that
100%.
point, at that point, maybe at some point, do we maybe see Nick Bone on the mound tonight?
So there's a strikeout swinging. 2 away now. Caleb making quick work of this Kings lineup throughout the game. And now the Kings are facing their last out of the inning, or the last out of the game, chasing 3 with a runner on second here.
Got to get another base runner.
Yeah, can't do too much. But, the conditions are getting worse out there, but Caleb pumping strikes means the Kings are going to have to hit their way on. There's 2-0 now. Now, on the flip side of this, the Kings have so many guys that could come in and pitch here if they wanted to tonight. And when we say so many, this is not do you want to get that guy in? There is elite level arms all over that roster. 2-2 now. Caleb 1 pitch away here from ending the game. There's the clean ball slider. He strikes him out and throws the complete game shutout of the Kings, and the Purge win this one 3-0. As the rain continues to fall, we'll be right back with game number 2. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you in just a little bit.